Thrivecart Foreign Language. In this video, we're going to cover how to handle accented characters. Now this is kind of a unique use case. So for instance, the word Stephanie, I think in French, has a little tick mark above the letter E. And unfortunately, when that gets sent over, for instance, from Thrivecart to Zapier, it gets changed a little bit. Now, while the web understands that, it doesn't look right. So we want to fix that up. And to do so, we need to have a Zapier account, of course. And we're going to put in a script in between Thrivecart and Zapier that will clean it up and then send it on to Zapier. So let's dive right in. Now, to start with, we're going to have to create a Zap, and I've already done so, and we're going to use it inside Thrivecart. You want to set up a webhook type Zap. You're going to want to, well, let's just look at it. So it's a webhook. We want to catch a hook. And the setup, and they give you the URL, so you want to copy that and save that. And then we're going to go to edit options, do nothing. We just want to continue, and then we want to get to test this step. And I've already done it a few times, so I know what's going to happen. But the next step, once we have the webhook right here, is we want to go into Thrivecart, go to settings, and we're not going to use the built-in capability that Thrivecart provides. So I think down here, you can get connected to Zapier. We're not using that. We want to go back here, go to API and webhooks, webhook and notifications, view settings, and we're just going to create one. So I'm going to call it Zapier. I'm going to paste in that link right. So we're done on this side. And on Zapier side, they're waiting for us to send over information. I'm going to go back to test this step, and I've already done this, so I want to do it again. And I need to basically make a test purchase. So I've got a product in test mode. I've got it right here. I've got the name. Notice the little character above the letter E. And I'm going to go ahead and make a test purchase. The purchase has been completed. Now I want to go back to Zapier and I want to go down here. Sometimes this takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to click on Get More Samples. And I'm looking for something. There it is, pulled 1 second ago, and I want to go look at it. If I scroll down and I'm looking for the name, notice right there the customer name is a little messed up. It's got this ampersand all the way to the semicolon. We do not want that. That's just not right. If I'm going to push this into my email system from on the add a step, that's not going to look right. So what we're going to do different is this. So next step is we need to copy a script and modify. So at this location, you're going to want to copy this script here that's right here. And you're going to want to log into your hosting account, typically your cPanel account, and create a file called webhook.php. You can put it in a subdirectory, for instance, a subdirectory called Thrivecart, and then have a script in there or a file called webhook.php. Now, I've already set this up, and I'm going to go ahead and I've got a temp directory and I've got a script called webhook.php. I'm going to paste that in there. And if I go back up to the top, there's a few things I need to put in here. This one is required. These other two are optional. So the first thing is I want to get the webhook URL again. So back to Zapier, go to set up a webhook, copy that, go back to your webhook.php script. In between the double quotes, I want to paste that in there. So that's all you have to do. If you want to be a little more specific, what I'd recommend is right here, list of product IDs. What is the product ID you want to have this occur on? If you leave it empty, it will work for all products in your account. You may or may not want to do that. So let's go find the product ID. Inside your Thrivecart account, when you're editing the product, if you come up here, you'll notice that the number at the end, that is your product ID. So I'm going to copy that. This will be the only product ID I want. So I'm going to do double quotes and then put the number in there. If I wanted to do another one, I might do this and say 23, something like that. So those would be the only two. But if I do this, only product ID 27 can occur. And then finally, what events do you want to have happen? And my opinion, you probably only want to have it happen when there's an order success. You probably don't want to have it happen when somebody's payment fails or somebody makes a payment or somebody cancels. So I am going to recommend that you put in yes here. And that's it. So this script is set up now. We need to know the location of it because we're going to go back into Thrivecart and make a modification. And back in Thrivecart, we want to edit this webhook. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and delete it. And I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to call it test. And I need to know the URL of where I put it. Click on save this webhook. Okay, so I gave it the wrong URL. Save this webhook. There we go. Now, this time when I make a purchase, a test purchase, information will be sent directly to my webhook on my web server, and it will then take that information, clean it up, send it on to Zapier. So what we can do is go back here, go to test this step, and in just a minute after we make a purchase, we'll pull in the new one to double check. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to put in a different email address, click on complete order. Okay, the order's completed. Now I can go back into Zapier to check. So I'm going to click on get more samples. There's one that was pulled just 1 second ago, and there's the name. Notice it's correct. It's formatted properly. I think there's another version down there. Let's look for the name again. There's the first name. This comes in useful when you want to display a customer's name on a membership site, for instance. So you want to make sure it displays right. And this is how we cover Thrivecart foreign language characters.